Welcome back. You're listening to Piet and Grade from the Purple House in Tasmania. Every week we share with you some healthy tips and newsy bits, stuff that we've researched or things that have occurred in our clinic during the week. And this week we want to bring you some really important information about globally how we're at a tipping point or a major health crisis that affects everyone, and especially of course I'm talking about Australians and Americans and cultures like that, where people are sicker than ever before. And our children who are born after the 1980s, so children or adults now 40 years and younger, they're not expected to live as long as their parents or as long as we did. So while we're living in a time of amazing opportunities, and we are so grateful for all the privileges that we have living in today's time, there are some very dark things happening as well. And I've written a very long article, so that's got 4 pages, that it will be going up on the Purple House website soon, within a couple of days. So please read it and you will be shocked what I've written. Do you want to mention some of the things, Pete? Well, these are statistics that are fairly recent, like actually very recent.
So 74% of Americans and most likely Australians are overweight or obese. 74%. Mm-hmm. And even children, that includes children, and even children are being prescribed Ozempic for obesity.
Ozempic is like a new age drug that does come with, quite severe health risks.
Yeah, there's lots of side effects from it.
But it's not safe for adults really. It should be under doctor supervision, but children as young as 6, because I guess GPs are probably desperate, are prescribed Ozempic. But
and then there are children as young as 10 and 12 being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
Which is staggering to think about. Mm-hmm. It's, what's the percentage of...
Well, every 3 seconds somebody is diagnosed with type 2 diabetes globally, that is globally, but in America it's nearly half of the population is diabetic, and that would be the same in Australia, or at least close to it. And then of course Alzheimer rates, this is really scary, are going up like a staggering amount as well. Mm. And so apparently it's impossible to get Alzheimer unless you have type 2 diabetes or a metabolic, syndrome.
Well, it's all classified as a metabolic syndrome or metabolic disorders, because it means that the cells aren't getting energy properly.
Yeah. So in America, 50% of the population has diabetes or is pre-diabetic. That includes children as well. Even young adults now are diagnosed with Alzheimer or early-onset dementia, which is absolutely shocking, and super scary. And then another really scary fact is that 25% of men in America under 40, so 1 in 4 young men, is impotent, so he suffers from erectile dysfunction, which of course that really affects the fertility rates, and it affects really the existence of humans on planet Earth. Yeah. And it's like everything is coming to a grinding halt, and we're going through a huge crisis, and if we don't wake up and do something about it, well, maybe humanity will peter out.
that is most likely caused through all the plastics that we're using, because plastics are estrogen mimicking, and even in the placenta of a newborn baby, they've dissected the placenta and found nanoparticles of plastic.
Actually, you should say every placenta that they dissected, every single one, not just a random one. Every single placenta had microplastics in the placenta.
Nanoparticles of plastic. So the babies are getting those plastics, estrogen mimicking hormones. And girls now are starting their menstruation younger than 10.
Yeah.
And it's as if the the species is
feeling
realizing
threatened.
that
Time is running out.
time is running out, and
Yeah.
it's speeding fertility up in girls, but not in men.
Well, actually, it's making girls fertile younger because Mother Nature knows that this child doesn't have a long lifespan, and so it needs to have babies now in terms of looking at the reproduction, which of course Mother Nature always has the survival of the species first and foremost in mind. So all these statistics that I've studied are in this article, which I'll post below, or maybe I'll just leave it till we put it on the website, because sometimes our posts get taken down because it's too controversial. But nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about the rate of impotence amongst the male population, especially young men, which is really a tragedy as well, because we know that also affects their identity and their self-esteem. And by the way, by the time the reproductive system starts to complain, let's say in boys and men, that means all the other body systems are crumbling, because usually it's one of the last things to go, not one of the first things. So what's behind that is, like, again, metabolic disease, which can be healed. By the way, it can be reversed, I should say. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, how we do that. So we're talking about all types of metabolic diseases. That also includes autoimmune disorder, that's going up by 13%. Every year, like, soon we won't have anyone in the population who doesn't suffer from some type of metabolic disorder or autoimmune disease. So, and on top of that, of course, we still have heart disease, which is in America, 800,000 people die from heart disease every year, which is totally preventable in most cases.
25% of women are on SSRI medication, which is for depression. And yeah, it's epidemic. We're actually dying.
Well, part of
us is dying while we're still alive.
That's basically what you could say.
Because the cells aren't getting their energy. We're made up of trillions of cells, and if those cells don't get energy properly, they won't work properly.
That's what metabolic disease signifies, right? It's how every cell in your body gets energy or not. And Pete is right, because part of us is literally dead while we're still alive, and that's why we're feeling so stressed and exhausted and overwhelmed and panicky. And so then we just kind of, because the house is on fire, but we're not recognizing that the house is on fire.
We don't know what's happening. And we've also, it's apparently diabetes, if it was due to high starch carbs and sugars, which it often is and was, it should have been declining in Australia over the last 50 years, because the consumption of carbohydrates has been declining, but it's still going up, and it's following the trajectory of seed-based oils.
All the toxic oils.
All the toxic
industrial oils.
Vegetable seed oils. So, and they are in every processed food. So what we need to do is get back to wholesome food, and
healthy fats.
Grow and make your own food, because if you look at any processed food, it'll have vegetable oils written.
It's in everything.
In the ingredients, and they're causing most chronic disease.
Vegetable oils, if you're new to us, are all the yellow oils that you see in plastic bottles in the supermarket shelf. Canola oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, the whole lot. It's incredibly toxic to your body, and it's an immune suppressant, and it kind of wrecks the cell membranes of your body. And some people believe that it takes 6 years for your body to get rid of all those
toxic oils.
And they're actually industrial oils, because back in the days before the 1950s, they were used to create paints, like paints in the houses that you paint your house with. And then, of course, they became petroleum based, and
they're also used as herbicides to kill weeds.
And many other nasty. It's the most evil thing for humans, and of course it's been dumped into the food chain of humanity, and it's like creating untold tragedies, really.
If you think about the fats that we ate historically, when thousands of years ago, it would have been the fat of milk, butter and cream, and meat fats would have been the only.
And coconut oil, maybe.
Well, maybe not even coconut oil. We would have just been getting the fat from the milk and the fat from meats.
Yeah.
Historically, and they are really good meats, and we've been told that they are bad for us.
But they're not.
They are some of the best you can consume.
Saturated fats are incredibly important for your body. So we often talk about it, so we better not talk about that right now, right? So also in America and in Australia, 1 in 2 people now will have a cancer diagnosis in their lifespan, right? And then what's even worse, we're talking about children here too. The rate of aggressive cancer in children is also like rising rapidly. So this is all very scary. But Peter and I, we've known about it for a while now, although it seems to be getting a lot more dramatically worse in the last few years. And we're always busy, you know, with new clients who come to us because they are stuck, they don't know which way to turn, they've been giving all this conflicting information. So when you come to us as individually, we'll help you to create a pathway that gives you direct, you know, really good results straight away. So we can help you weed out the conflicting information and give you confidence and help you to believe in yourself and all the rest. So I also want to mention in the last 4 years, like if you go, of course we know our healthcare system is crumbling, right? And millions of people are just living, going from one medication to the next, absolutely millions, maybe trillion, you know, millions of people are doing that. And they're going from one operation to the next, and they're still not feeling better, because the root cause is actually of your problem is that your body can't make energy inside the cell. So every little cell in your body has a little powerhouse that creates energy, and that's not happening. So the root causes always need to be found in the cellular health, and of course that's what Peter specializes in. He's been doing that for many years now. He looks at the cells, he can pretty much straight away tell what's going on, why your body is not producing energy properly, right? So having said that though, we're not talking here to blame your GP or medical practitioner, because we know that they're massively overworked.
They are. They go into medicine to help people, but then they get into GP land and it's volume.
Well, that's right. It's how many people can you churn. They haven't got a choice. They have to churn through so many patients a day and so many prescriptions, and then there's all the red tape, and they never really have a chance to research any of the nutritional science or cellular health science or any of that science in the background. And very current research has actually shown that many medical practitioners are leaving the field, and if they're not, they have really high rates of depression, suicide and anxiety compared to the general population. So that is telling you something in itself as well. And I'm not naming and shaming GPs. I'm happy that we have the medical world, because it saves many lives. But we can't just lump all our problems onto the medical world. We can't, because we're all going down the gurgler, right? It's not working. There is like something missing in the chain of health, and we all have to take responsibility for our own health as much as possible and make individual choices that really are a turning point in our life, right? And so Peter and I, we absolutely we approach everyone with an open mind, and we also teach you how to look at things in a different way, and we can give you resources, because it's so important that you inform yourself. And you can do that now because we've got everything. We've got Google and podcasts, and everyone so many people are speaking out now. So educate yourself. Also, we educate you.
Take responsibility for your own health. You're the one most interested in your own health.
Yeah, and your children, of course. Right?
And it's up to you. We educate when you come to us, and
because ignorance in today's world is going to make you sick, and it's going to make your children sick. And as the humanity on the whole, of course, we are, like I said, at a tipping point, because you only need to look at all the statistics, and statistics don't lie, right? They're not, just not made up. They've done so.
One area that you can start is to go to our website and download our free ebooks. There's a wellness journey guide. We've got quite a few ebooks, and
they're really, really good.
They're full of info that will help you get your health back on track and live a lot healthier and longer life.
And please share them as well. So I especially want to promote, it's called a wellness journey guide. And in it tells you exactly straight away what to stop doing on the first page. Really, the first page we go, stop doing things like stop taking vitamin D3 supplements. We've done posts on that. Stop taking calcium supplements, stop using deodorant, stop using fluoride, all the rest. It tells you a lot of things, and people go like, why should I stop it? Well, it's also explained in the guide, and then it tells you what to do, so that's when it gets interesting. So if you follow these instructions, you pretty much it stops you from being one of those terrible statistics that we're talking about.
You don't have to be one of those statistics.
So please, go to the link. It will be in the article. Go to our website and download this book and read it tonight in bed, or spend a week reading it. It's very compact but really, really good. And then it's called list. So the green, that means the stop light, the traffic light is on green. So all these foods are beneficial for you. Orange is like these foods are questionable.
Caution.
Caution, they're going to cause inflammation. And red means the stop traffic light is on red. So please don't eat the foods that are on this page with red, and you'll get a big surprise, because there are, things on there that you probably eat every day. So, and there's more in there. So it's a real comprehensive guide that will give you some clarity and insight which path to take out of the maze of conflicting information, so you can start to feel better straight away. So Peter and I, we also, of course, I always promote Peter's full health audit session. So that is like, he leaves absolutely no stone unturned. So you will find out the root causes of what's going on.
It gets to that metabolic area that we were talking about. How the cells are making energy, or not.
Or not, and all the rest. And then, of course, Peter and I, we complement each other in different ways, because I help people get to a point of like feeling emotionally and energetically balanced, usually already in one session. It usually only takes me one session to get people to create a shift, where you go from negative to positive. We share our workload.
Grada is excellent with that long distance as well. You don't have to come.
Oh, you mean remote?
Yeah, remote.
Yeah. That's right. Well, and Peter also does tailored sessions. So hopefully this is a big warning. It's a bit of a heavy message today, but we were actually shocked. We didn't know some of the things. We didn't know how bad it was for our children, or our grandchildren in our case, how dark their future is if we don't all wisen up quick smart, right? We just have to stop doing what we're doing as a society, and also vote with our wallet. So in other words, buy organic food. If you can, support your local farmer, go to farmers markets. Don't buy any junk food in the supermarket. Basically, all the internal aisles are full of rubbish, aren't they, usually?
And if you start getting a lot more of your energy from fats rather than sugars, you won't eat anywhere near so much. So then your grocery bill is
reduced
so you can afford the organic.
So, for instance, Peter eats close to a packet of butter a day, and we always buy organic butter, right? And it fills you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it really keeps your cells nice and healthy. And so, healthy fats like butter and meat fats are really, really good to calm your brain as well, because our brain needs a lot of fuel, and it's really susceptible to the spikes that we get with the carbohydrates.
It takes. Our brain takes 25% of our energy.
Yeah, that's right.
And then coconut oil, which is the best saturated fat you can find, can reverse Alzheimer's. It has done in the past.
And so, like, we recommend straight away, if you're a parent of children, introduce like lamb chops with a lamb fat and healthy salt, or give them lots of butter if they want to eat butter. Our grandkids want to eat butter, so we just let them eat big chunks of it.
One of our grandchildren used to come when he was younger and ask, could he have some cream? And I would say, yeah, you know where it is in the fridge, and he'd pour himself a glass full of cream and drink it.
Yeah.
And I think, beauty, he won't be asking for anything to eat for a long time.
No, that's right.
And it just keeps the energy nice and even.
Yep. Eggs are a really good source of complete food, like nutrient dense, and of course, anyway, it's all in the wellness guide. But then also, many of our clients and we ourselves, we take the Ultimate Vitality Boost. We always do
a pack of 4 different things.
Yeah, and that really gets your body balanced, so it helps your body to detox. And then to maintain a really healthy level, right? So it helps your body to detox every day, because you take it every day and then you just feel good. And we have people who've been taking the Ultimate Vitality Boost for years, people who've recovered from cancer, people who recovered from all sorts of, difficult health challenges, and they swear by the Ultimate Vitality Boost, and they just feel so good, right?
And some of them have told us that other people are asking them, what are you doing to stay so young? So,
it's good for your health and nails. I mean, when your hair starts to recover and it gets nice and luscious and thick again, and your nails are healthy, then you know the inside of your body is healthy as well. So just please take time to read the articles, share it with your loved ones, become really aware, eyes wide open to see what's going on around us. I mean, some of the things can't be avoided, obviously, like the plastics. Apparently we inhale them, they're in our air, water and everything. I mean, we can minimize plastic as much as possible, but it's inside our body. So the Ultimate Vitality Boost actually helps your body to continually detox as well. And so a little stitch in time saves 9, that's for sure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because your body automatically wants to detox itself anyway.
Because we've got our liver, the detoxification organ. Yeah. And it's meant to be...
Which is absolutely brilliant.
It's meant to be detoxifying our body all the time.
Well, it filters like all our blood volume every 3 minutes, which is totally amazing.
But sometimes it can't do that when we clog it up too much. Yeah.
Well, all right, we talk about that many times too. So just look after yourself, believe in yourself. Your body is made of incredible intelligence, right? It's like the intelligence of the living energy, or life force energy, whatever you want to call it, infinite living energy. Is looking at your inner doctor, is actually healing your body and running all the processes behind the scenes. We don't have to ask our body to take a breath or to heal a cut and all the rest. Your body is incredibly wise, and it will actually let you know that it's not happy, right? And then it's up to you to do something about it. So if you feel your house is on fire, or you have a little spot fire going on, please come to us and we can help you extinguish it and get back.
Because your body is aimed at health.
For sure.
So if you can give your body the things it needs, it'll do the work.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a really lovely week, the rest of the week, and look forward to being with you again next week.
Okay.
Bye for now.